am Anil Karthik from Department of Computer Science and Engineering, BADS CET, Vijaypur. In this video, I am going to explain UV method to find optimal transportation cost. Now, to find optimal transportation cost, first we need to find initial basic feasible solution for the same problem, and we have done that with the help of three methods. It was NWCR and LCM and VAM. These were the three methods to find initial basic feasible solution. And I have taken same problem that we had solved for VAM. By using VAM, we had got this figure like 19 into 5, 30, 50, 10 into 2 and so on. So these were the allocations we had got from VAM. So let us assume that we have already solved by using VAM. Now we are finding for optimal transportation cost. And transportation cost for VAM was 779. Now we need to check whether this 779 is optimal or not. So let us start with UV method. Now in UV method, again you should write the table with allocations. Then we should find corresponding U values, V values and U values. Like each row will be represented by U, like U1, U2, U3, and each column is represented by V1, V2, V3 and V4. Now we should see the row which has maximum number of allocated cells. In this example, first row has two allocated cells, first cell and fourth cell. So there are two number of allocated cells. In the second row again there are two. In the third row, this one and this. These are the allocated cells. So in this example, there are equal number of allocated cells. Now we can go for any row randomly because there are equal number of allocated cells. If not, then if they are not equal, then we should choose a row which has maximum number of allocated cells. Now in this example, let us go with U3 or third row. I will take U3 is equal to 0. Then how I can find V4 by using V3? There is a formula like Ui plus Vj is equal to Cij. This Cij values, Cij represent the cost values that are given. Say for example 19, 30, 50, 70, 30, 40, 60. These are the C values and corresponding U and V values. Say for example, now for this I have taken U3 is equal to 0 because this row has maximum number of allocated cells. Now corresponding allocated cell should be chosen and the corresponding value of V3, V4 will be like 0 plus something should equal to 20. So 0 plus 20, I will write 20 as V4. So that these two, if you add these two, it will be equal to 20. Now similarly, I will choose this. You cannot write 70 here because it is not allocated cells. Here you can go. Now with the help of this 0, I can find this V2. 0 plus something should equal to 8. So I will write 8. Now with the help of this 20, I can find out this value, that is U2. Right? 20 plus something should equal to 60. So 20 plus 40 is equal to 60. Now with the help of this 40, I can choose or find V3. Right? 40 plus something should equal to 40. So I will write 0. So that 0 plus 40 will be 40. Now the remaining cell is this one, U1. For U1, I can use this 20. So 20 plus something should equal to 10. So it will be 20 plus, it will be minus 10 actually. So 20 minus 10 will be 10. Okay. Now with the help of this minus 10, I can use or find value of V1. Minus 10 plus something should equal to 19. So here I will write 29. So if you observe, there are all. We have V1, V2, V3, V4, U1, U2, U3. That's it. So we have U and V values. Now next we should find Cij matrix only for empty cells. Empty cells here means which are not allocated. So that is why wherever we have allocated cells, I have put dot already. So here, because it is allocated, I have not put dot for these two cells because they are empty. Empty in the sense they are not allocated. Now again 10. These are all non-empty cells, so I have put dot over there. Now wherever you have empty cells, write cost value. 30, you write as it is. 50, you write as it is. Then empty cell is 70. Then 30. Here you write 40. 7. Now we have Cij matrix for empty cells. Next, Ui plus Vj matrix for empty cells again. Again, non-empty cells are represented by dot. Now remaining values, how to write, let us see. So for this cell, this is empty cell. For this corresponding value of u is minus 10. Say here I'll write minus 10. Corresponding value of v is 8. So minus 10 plus 8, it is minus 2. So that value should be written here. Now similarly for this 50, minus 10 plus 0. So minus 10. Now for this 70, 29 plus 40. So it will be 69. Now for this 30, 8 plus 40. It is 48. Now for this 40, uv. So 0 plus 29 is 29. For this cell 70, 0 plus 0. Let us write 0. Now we have ur plus vj matrix. Now let us find dij matrix. Dij is nothing but Cij minus ur plus vj. That is first matrix minus second matrix. So even it is for empty cells. So wherever non-empty cells are there, let us put dot for those cells. Okay. Now 30 minus of minus 2, it will be 32. Then 50 minus of minus 10, it will be 60. Corresponding cells should be subtracted. 70 minus 69 is 1. Then 30 minus 48, it will be minus 18. Then 40 minus 29, it is 11. Then we have 70 minus 0 is, I have written it as 7. Now, after finding Dij, you should check whether this Dij matrix has all the values as positive values. If all the values are positive in this Dij matrix, then the previous transportation cost, that 779 itself, is the optimal solution. But in this example, there are no positive values. All values are not positive. There is one negative value, that is minus 18. So there is a deficiency, so that 779 is not optimal. We should find optimal value. Now there is only one negative value, no problem. What if there are more negative values in that cell? If we have more negative values in Dij, say for example minus 18 and minus 70, then we should go with most negative. In that case, you should choose minus 70. But in this example, there is only one negative value, so let us go with this. Minus 18 means that at this particular cell there is a deficiency. How to solve this? Let us see. Now again you should rewrite that table, the actual table with allocations where you have got that 779. The same thing I have again written. Now for this, let us check for the optimal. Now the deficiency was this second row, second column cell. So second row, second column means in this cell there is a deficiency. Now this should be adjusted. Now how to adjust is, we should form a loop which starts from this cell. Now rules are, you should start from the cell where you have most negative value, as it is minus 8. So I start with this. You should reach allocated cell only. After reaching allocated cell, you should take 90-degree turn. So there are two rules. One is, you should reach allocated cell. Once you reach allocated cell, you should take 90-degree turn, either left or right, top or down, but 90-degree turn should be there. Again, after taking 90-degree turn, you should reach allocated cell only. By repeating this, you should again come back to the origin point. Okay. Now let us see. If I move in this direction, there is allocated cell, I can stop here. But if I take 90-degree turn, there is no allocated cell. So it is not possible. Even if this side, it is not possible. So what I will do, I will go with this. If I reach to this allocated cell, I should take 90-degree turn. If I take 90-degree turn, there is no allocated cell in this way. But if I take 90-degree turn right, there is allocated cell. So I can reach this. Yes. I should stop at this particular point because that is allocated cell. Now again 90-degree turn should be taken. There is only one option. So upwards, I will take 90-degree turn. And I should stop here. If I do not stop here and if I go to this cell, again I should take 90-degree turn. Then here again if I take 90-degree turn, there is no allocated cell. So that is why I will stop to this cell because it is allocated. If I take 90-degree turn, I will reach the origin point. That was our aim. We should start the same. We should start and end at the same point by forming a loop. Once you form a loop, then take positive plus and minus signs alternatively, starting from that negative sign, from this 30. So here you write plus, minus, plus, minus. I repeat, you should take plus and minus signs alternatively, starting from that negative sign, and you should take that plus and minus only at stops. See, here you have taken this is the one stop, second stop, third stop, again fourth. So plus, minus, and it is plus. Okay. Now wherever you have minus sign, you should look for those cells now. These are the two cells where we have minus sign. So for these, look at the number of allocated cells, allocated units. Here we have allocated 2 units and here 8 units. Among these two, which is minimum? 2 is minimum. So everywhere that 2 units should be adjusted. So here you have written plus already. So plus 2, here minus 2. Plus 2 and minus 2. I repeat this process. So we have written plus minus signs alternatively. Then wherever we have minus signs, so for those cells you should see allocated units, number of units. Here 8, here 2. So wherever you have minimum, that should be adjusted. So here we have minimum as 2. So plus 2, minus 2, plus 2, minus 2 and so on. Well, now it means that here earlier there was no allocation for 30, now plus 2. Now earlier for this 8 there were 8 allocations, now minus 2 means there will be 6 allocations and so on. So let us write here. I have written only cost values, so let us write allocations. 19 into 5 is not changed, so as it is, 30, 50 as it is, 10 into 2 we have not changed, 10 into 2, 70 as it is, then earlier there were no allocations, now plus 2, so means 30 of 2, 40 into 7 as it is. Listen, see here, for 60 earlier there were 2 units, now minus 2. So 2 minus 2 it will be 0. So no allocation for this 60. Now 40 as it is. Now for 8 there were 8 allocations, so minus 2. So 8 of 6. 8 minus 2 now 6 units. 70 as it is. Now for this 20 earlier there were 10 allocations, now plus 2. It means 12. Now you should find transportation cost. And you know 19 into 5 plus 10 into 2 plus 30 into 2, 40 into 7 plus 8 into 6 plus 20 into 12. So you will get 743. If you calculate, you will get 743 as the transportation cost for first iteration. Now again we should check whether this 743 is optimal or not. The same process should be followed. That is, find U and V values like. So let us try V1, V2, V3, V4, U1. Well, now we have got transportation cost as 743. Now we should check whether this 743 is optimal or not. Again, same process should be followed. So I will use this table and find V and U values. U1, U2, U3, V4, U1, U2, U3. Again, find the row which has maximum number of allocated cells. Again, same thing, 2 rows, 2 cells, 2 cells. So I will go for this U3 is equal to 0. So 0 plus something should be equal to 20. I will write 20 directly. Then here 8. Already we have discussed that. Now with the help of this 20, I can find out this value. It will be minus 10. Now with the help of this minus 10, I can write this one as 29. Then with the help of this 20, I can find this. Sorry, I cannot find this. So I should go for this. 8 plus something should equal to 30. I will write 22. Now with the help of this 22, I can write this. 22 plus something should equal to 14. So it will be 18. So those are the U and V values. Let us again write Cij matrix for empty cells only again. So wherever we have allocated cells, put dot over that. See. Same thing for this. So I am putting dots for non-empty cells. Now for empty cells, write cost values 30, 50, 70, 60, 40 and 70. Okay. Now Ui plus Vj value for this cell. For 30, corresponding value of U is or V is 8, corresponding value of U is minus 10. So minus 10 plus 8 it will be minus 2. Then for 50, 18 minus 20 is 8. Then we have this for 29 plus 22, it is 31, 51. Then we have 20 plus 22, it is 42. Then 0 plus 29 for this 40, 29 plus 0 is 29. Then for this 70, 18 plus 0 is 8. Then Dij matrix, that is Cij minus Ui plus Vj. First matrix minus second matrix. So let us say 30 minus of minus 2 it is 32. Then 50 minus 8 it is 42. Then 70 minus 51 it is 19. Then 60 minus 42 it is 18. Then we have 40 minus 29 11. 70 minus 18 it will be 48. Now if you observe, there are no negative values in matrix Dij. It means that we were testing for 743. So when there are no negative values of Dij, so So this is 743, transportation cost 743 itself is the optimal solution for the transportation cost. That is the optimal transportation cost 743.